the Honorable Akilah Byron Nisbett, Minister of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment and Talent Development, Ms. Kesha Isaac, Assistant Secretary, other members of staff, media houses, public listening audience via social media pages, good morning and welcome to this press conference. We thank you for gracing us with your presence this morning here at the Innovation Hub at the National ICT Center. This press conference is being hosted by the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment and Talent Development, and this ministry is also located at the National ICT Center. I would want to take a brief opportunity to give you just a brief background before I invite our minister to bring you the opening address for this morning. We are gathered here to launch our first project for this year, 2022, dubbed Month of the Arts. We have a number of projects in the pipeline, and we have decided to commence with Month of the Arts. This is to bring into sharp focus our very talented entrepreneurs in the Federation of St. Kitts-Nevis within the area of literary and performing arts. The ministry was established just over a year ago with the mandate to transform the entertainment, creative, and innovative industries in St. Kitts and Nevis. Our aim is to provide that enabling environment for entrepreneurs to flourish, to be exposed, and to monetize their talents. We have carved out 4 sectors within the creative space, or as we often refer to it, the orange economy. These sectors are film and photography, music and entertainment, technology and innovation, and literary and performing arts. Our Month of the Arts will feature activities commencing on March 12th, that's tomorrow, starting with mural projects until April the 15th. And in a few minutes, we'll also have Mrs. Adams to the podium to bring you further details on these activities. We are taking a very inclusive approach and want to ensure that we touch on all the sectors this year and also engage in partnerships to ensure that we maximize all resources and that each one can feel valued in their respective fields. Our next project immediately following Month of the Arts will be centered on the music and entertainment industry. In addition to the work that we have already started with respect to filming, we will also be launching another exciting project, and you'll get further details on that at some point later from the minister. And of course, our technology and innovation, which is at the center of everything that we do on a daily basis, and even more so now since COVID-19. And as we pursue digital transformation in all areas, these sectors are even more critical. And so we have continuous training in that area. And this sector as well will be further highlighted this year. At this point, I will now pause and invite our minister to bring you her opening remarks.
Thank you very much, PS, and a pleasant good morning to everyone viewing and listening, and for those of you who are present here this morning. As the PS would have indicated, the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment and Talent Development, or as we like to call it, MoENT, have decided that we would take the month of March and we will coin it as Month of the Arts. The idea behind the Month of the Arts is to shine a spotlight on various areas of the creative industry. We at MoENT understand that it would not be feasible to highlight every arm of the creative industry in March, and so it is our aim to focus on 2 areas within the industry each year. The areas that we would have chosen would be highlighted through a variety of mediums, such as competitions, workshops, seminars, festivals, etc. This year in particular, we decided to start things off by focusing on visual and literary arts, areas that we are all very much aware of, but for which we believe not much emphasis have been placed. We all see the work of our artists such as Von Anslin, Sasha the Artist, and the list can go on. And we have noted last year in particular that we would have seen an uptake in the number of persons who would have published various books or literary works. And 2 persons that would come to mind in that area is Mrs. Kimon Archibald Lake, who would have published her first in a series of children's books, and Miss Jean Williams, who would have also published her first book. And so we believe that with these 2 areas, we need to be able to give them the due attention that they deserve, and so they are the 2 areas that we will be highlighting this year. The ministry believes that the more we bring creative arts into focus, the more we show the possibilities, the more we will be able to create an environment that allows our creatives to thrive and reap benefit from their creative work. That is the aim of this Month of the Arts. This year, as we said, the focus is visual and literary arts. But next year, it can be any other 2 within. It can be music, it can be dance, it could be theater. But whatever we choose, of course, we would make sure we inform and we incorporate the persons who work within those different sectors so that they too will be part of what we are trying to create. Outside of the Month of the Arts, the ministry continues to work on other projects and programs that we will be rolling out over the course of this year. Quite a bit of programs are geared mainly towards training and networking. We believe that if the industry is successful, then we must ensure that our creatives are well equipped with all of the tools necessary to be successful and to thrive. Just this past week, we would have engaged with Mr. Ivan Berry, a native of St. Kitts-Nevis who have made his name in the music industry in Canada. In that discussion in particular, something that stood out for me was that he would have emphasized the importance of us building our creatives to that point where they can compete in the regional and international market. We know that our creatives are extremely talented. We know that there's no question about that fact. But what is needed is for us to take that raw talent and build brands. We need to build lucrative careers. We need to build successful musicians, artists, dancers, actors, you name it. If we are to build a creative industry, be it film and photography, music and entertainment, the arts, innovation, we must ensure that our citizens are ready for the market. And so through our various programs and projects, the ministry will roll out this year and beyond. We approach them with that in mind, building brands, building successful creatives with regional and international appeal. And so we are here today with the first of our major initiatives, which is the Month of the Arts. And I wish to encourage persons to participate in our various activities, and our Assistant Secretary, Mrs. Kesha Isaac Adams, would be able to share more information on the different activities that we have planned, as she had been leading on this project. And I would like to thank her in particular for the hard work that she has been doing in trying to get this Month of the Arts up and running. And so she will be able to provide us with all the information that we need and delve into more details. And as the PS would have indicated, it's not just about the Month of the Arts. we're also working on various training opportunities, not just on the local market, but we're working with persons regionally and internationally, so that when we create these programs, be it the business of music, which we are working along with Mr. Ivan Berry with, as well as script writing, which we are working along with Miss Adams and her team with, or in any other area, fashion in particular, which we are working with a young lady, native or have roots within St. Kitts-Nevis, but who too have made her name well known in Canada, will be able to reach across and be able to give you what you need to build a career, a lucrative career. We don't want it so that persons coming in would be able to benefit. We want our people here to be benefit. So we want to give you the tools that you need in order for you to be creative. With us here this morning, we also have another two of our assistant secretaries in the persons of Mrs. Frederick. Mrs. Frederick comes with a background from the banking industry, and so she's leading on our financial side of things and our administrative side of things. And so those programs that we have, where you'll be able to get guarantees from the Eastern Caribbean partial credit corporation, will be, if you come to the ministry, you speak to Miss Fredericks, you ask for Miss Fredericks, she will be able to guide you through the process. And she will probably even be able to give you more information on how you can make sure that in terms of your accounting and your financing side of the business, you're well-rounded and ready to be able to make sure that you are successful within that area. Also with us, we have our other assistant secretary in the person of Miss Leah Craig Chatterton, who is a lawyer by training. And so, you know, within the creative space, it's very important that you have all of your legal I's dotted and T's crossed. And so she's here to be able to assist with policy development, to make sure that we're able to create policies that are geared towards seeing that you are successful within the industry. She would also be able to assist with information on your trademarks and copywriting and give you that type of information. And so we understand that it's not just about the talent, it's about building a successful and lucrative career within the creative space. It's about building brands and individuals who would have regional and international appeal. Another initiative that we would have spoken of last year, and which we are already in the process of being able to get the ball rolling on, and I'm so excited to speak about, is the development of our MoENT TV, a channel geared specifically to the creatives, allowing you that platform to be able to showcase your talent, your content, whatever it is within the creative space. We're giving you that platform to do that. And as I would have indicated then, we're working closely with the cable so that that channel would not just be for our own local consumption, but that it would have regional and international reach as well. We should be speaking with the CEO of the cable next week, who have already indicated to us that she has been making connections, and so we have a regional streaming platform that is ready and willing to be able to provide our content regionally. Also, in our discussions with Mr. Berry, he would have indicated to us that he have contacts with an international streaming agency as well, who will be willing as well to be able to have our TV channel and content showcased there as well. So we are working in the background to make sure we do whatever we have to do to make you successful as creatives. It's all about you, and we want to make sure that that is done. We would also be coming back to you on a regular basis with our networking events, where we want to hear from you in terms of, this is what we're doing, what else can we do, how can we make it better for you? And we're not going to just do it as open sessions as we have been doing with the forums that we've had in the past, but we're going to break it down into groups. So we know that every creative have their different needs. So theater might have a different need from someone who is a musician, or someone who is a dancer might have a different need from a DJ. And so we're going to take you in groups so that we can get to understand directly from each group what those needs are. And so I don't want to go on too long on all the other initiatives, because just as we came today to come to you to tell you about the Months of the Arts and get you involved, we will come back and tell you more of all the other projects. We will keep you informed, we will keep you updated, and also our social media pages will also be up and running, and those are on Facebook, MoENT, at MoENT SKN, as well as Instagram at MoENT SKN, where we'll be also be providing a lot more information from you. So I don't want to carry for too long, because I want Mrs. Adams to be able to provide you with the details of what the month of the arts is all about, get you excited, get you involved, and hopefully we'll be able to see persons within the visual and the literary arts be more involved in the activities for this month as well. So without further ado, I will turn over to Mrs. Adams.
Thank you, Nesta. And good morning to everyone. Yes, my name is Kesha Isaac Adams, and as the Assistant Secretary with the responsibility for creativity, I take great pleasure in bringing to you the programs and activities that we have going on for the month of the arts. We have already begun with our school visits on what we have dubbed a creativity campaign. Just this morning, we went to the Edgar T. Morris Primary School, and it was a real treat. We were accompanied by the Department of Culture's drummers in the persons of Roy Phipps and an accompanying drummer by the name of Kenny. And they did a wonderful job talking to the children about creativity and creativity as it can be used to make a living, to make money, what it means to them. And the children were very receptive. They were very open in communicating. Surprisingly, the boys were more open than the girls in interacting with us, but it was an all-around treat. Also, last week we went to the Dr. William Connor Primary School, and that in and of itself was a treat as well, which proved that it doesn't matter what station in life you are, creativity always comes out. And we were there with one of our very own entertainers in the person of Rukas, and they made up an entire song with the children, and we had singers and dancers in the making and drummers in the making, even at the Cotton Thomas Comprehensive. And for that reason, we want to emphasize the talent development of our ministry, because we cannot not develop what exists naturally within our people. So our school campaign is to encourage the children to not shy away from their natural given talents, but to see that there is a pathway to develop them for a better future for them. On Monday, we continue with other schools, both high schools and primary schools between St. Kitts and Nevis, with collaborations from different local artists in different areas. It's not just musicians that are going to be visiting our schools. We have persons who are into fashion, persons who are into crafting, and our painters, and all different walks of our creative sector will be visiting our students, because we don't want them to get boxed into just one form of creativity, but to show them that all creativity is feasible in terms of development. Also, for this month, we are going to begin, as the minister said and the PS said, our mural project, which is in collaboration with 4 of our local painters in the persons of Vaughn Anslin in our sister Isle of Nevis. And locally in St. Kitts, we have Liska Bass, Darren Moses, and Pierre Liebert. And they will be setting up murals which are tagged "We Are Creatives," which will display in painting form the creative sector. So the end result should show all the various forms of our creative sector. Dancers, musicians, photographers, writers, all of that should be displayed around the country. Our locations will be in Virchiles, Keys, Bastille at Newtown, and Hanley's Road in Nevis. And this is just one of the many different mural type projects that we have planning for this year and for years to come, because we don't want it to just be now a one time and done. We want to continue developing the mural projects so that anywhere you drive in the country, at any point in time over the years, you will see our visual artists work, because they tend to sometimes be left out, they feel left out, and they're not as celebrated as, say, our musicians and entertainers. The other program that we have is a UNESCO initiative, and we are collaborating with the Department of Culture on the 21st of March for World Poetry Day. And that would take the form of a spoken word extravaganza, which would be held in Independence Square at 5 p.m. in the evening. So after work, after school, you can just come on downtown and join in the celebration. We'll be celebrating in the form of poetry, drama, storytelling. We will have dancers who will be dancing to spoken word, drummers who will be drumming to spoken word. Everything will be done to spoken word, and we will have performances from seasoned poets, such as Mr. Pension, Crichton Pension, one of our past directors of culture. And we will also have upcoming performers, such as some of our students around the island and other persons in the community who have volunteered to take part in it as we celebrate World Day of Poetry. As of next week, we will be launching 3 competitions, which will be in the form of a story writing competition, a poetry writing competition, and a cover art competition. And why we will have a cover art competition, it's because at the end of the competitions, aside from you winning the prizes that we are preparing for you, all of our top writers will be compiled into a published book, 2 published books, come to think of it. One will be a book of poetry, one will be a book of stories, and the persons who win the 2 cover art competitions, their works will be the covers of these books. And the others who have participated in the cover art competition, who are the top artists for that competition, their works will be compiled in a book in and of itself, which will highlight you as the painters, you as the artists, and will give information about who you are and a little biography, and we will publish that as well, so that at the end of the day, you will all be published creators. I can't give an exact timeline on that, but it is something that will get done. I can promise you that it will get done, because we want to continuously show that we don't just want our creators to create in a bubble. We wanted to create and have a pathway to development towards monetizing your talents and your creativity. So I think that is all of the activities that we have for this month, and they will go over into April, as the murals will take a few weeks to develop. And the murals will be with collaborations with some of our local students as well. They will be joining our painters in the development of these murals, because we want the present and the future to always merge when it comes around these types of projects. So we look forward to the participation and all of the submissions by our local writers, aspiring writers. I mean, you can't go wrong with giving it a shot. You never know, you might be the next local published author. So I encourage all of you to participate. And for our school visits, those artists who have not been contacted or who have not volunteered as yet to go and visit some of our local schools, we still have some schools who are in need of creatives to visit them. So you can always contact me at the office. You can go through the government switchboard and ask for Mrs. Adams or ask for Kesha Adams. You will go straight to me and I will hook you up with a school so that you can share your creativity and your expertise with our future generations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Adams. Thank you, Minister. We will now open the floor so that you can pose your questions. We have lots of information to give to you, so we are eager to get your questions.
All right, I guess we provided everybody with the answers to all of their questions. And as we said, more information will be shared on our social media pages. It's facebook.com/MoENT and same thing for Instagram at MoENT. We'll be providing you with a lot more information as we go about the month, keep you informed and updated, as well as any other programs that we will be rolling out, initiatives that we will be rolling out. We will also provide you with that information as well. And so we just want to thank everyone for tuning in to be able to share with us in the launch of our Month of the Arts. We are excited about the Month of the Arts. We are excited about all the initiatives that the ministry will be rolling out, and we look forward to hearing from our creatives. I also want to remind our creatives as well that you can register with the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment and Talent Development so that you can be part of a number of the programs and initiatives that we have and we are offering. I also want to remind the persons within the creative industry that we do have that special going on with the cable where you will be able to get it's 160 at the minimum package. So you'll be paying for great service at a much lower cost. Again, you can reach out to Miss Fredericks or Assistant Secretary Miss Fredericks, who will be able to provide you with the application form. You must be registered with us so that we can prove to the cable that you truly are working within the creative industry. So if you come here to the National ICT Center, you would ask for Ms. Fredericks and she will be able to provide you with the forms that is necessary for you to be able to tap into that particular service. Also, we would encourage persons, if you are within the creative space and you're seeking funding, to also come up to our ministry, speak with Mrs. Fredericks as well, and she'll be able to provide you with the options that we have available for funding, and that way you'll be able to make sure that your business is off the ground, getting what you need, and that you'll be able to have the successful business that you desire and dreamt of. So I would like to thank everyone again for tuning in. I would like to thank everyone for giving us the opportunity to share this information with you. And we certainly will look forward to coming back to you in the near future as we launch the MoENT TV channel, as we launch the other training programs that we have coming on stream, and all the other programs and initiatives that will be offered by the Ministry of Entrepreneurship, Entertainment and Talent Development. Thank you so much.
Thank you.